What's going on, YouTube? It's James with Triumph Fantasy Battle Report, and I got another battle report for you today. It's Game 1 of Hogfest 2017. Hogfest is a brand new GT in the St. Louis area. It's actually in Washington, Missouri. And, guys, I am proud to announce this is the first round of Hogfest, Game 1. And my first opponent was actually somebody who grudged me, and I obliged. This is Karen Lees. Karen Lees is of the fame of the Dark Tower Gaming. I want to say it's Dark Tower Gaming. Dark Wizard Gaming. Maybe it's Dark Wizard. Hold on, I gotta look on my own YouTube right now and double check which one it is. It Dark Wizard or Dark Tower? YouTube. Man, Dark Wizard Gaming. Anyways, for those of you who have actually seen all my battle reports, you might remember that there was a battle report where I fought a vampire player at Adepticon. That is Karen's husband, Mike Lees. And yeah, so basically that's what I'm now playing, his wife. Anyways, guys, so let's go over what I brought to the table, what Karen brought to the table, and let's go over how Game 1 went. So first off, I remember to get some pictures here. So I got my bazooka and the Green Moon Horde, the Green Moon Worshippers. This is my 43 common goblins with bows, shields, 3 shady gits, and bazooka himself. Over here, up top, you can see I have the Chicken Rock. The Chicken Rock is the chicken head on the spider, the Space Rock. And then underneath, I got my 5 Wolf Riders. They're just there for chaff purposes. Over on this side, I got the A-Rock. And guys, this is actually one of the only pictures you'll ever see me have here, where the A-Rock is on the display board, but you can see that the A-Rock's base goes into the display board. I did that shit on purpose, for the record. Anyways, the A-Rock is usually the tournament MVP, was outshined by the Chicken Rock. Up on the right side, I have 2 units. I know it's kind of mumble-jumbled because it's hard to see both of them because there's so much going on. But I got my Savages. I got 20 Savage Orc Ed Bashers, and then with paired weapons, and the big Stabadon. And this tournament, guys, I'm repeating, this tournament is the first and only time I have ever used the big Stabadon on a large target. It's not this game though. But anyways, that is crazy. I get to use it on a large target finally. And on top I got the K-Pack. K-Pack is 3 Goblin Wolf Chariots all put together into 1 unit. Up inside here, you can see on the left side I got Crom. Crom is my Great Green Idol in one of his last appearances in 1.3. And then on the right side I got General Zod, and Zod is a Iron Orc Warlord on a chariot with a dragon helm. I took the leadership this time. I took the leadership Crown of Autocracy, so I could have some stubborn 10 spiders. And then up top, on top of the frickin' thing there, I got Baxter the Pyromaniac and the Green Prophet. And then I also got the Bushwhackers, and also Pete Reese in the background with a what face. I was taking pictures like, Pete, you're gonna get in my photos here. Oh well, it's done. Anyways, for magic, real quick, I got Twisted Effigy, I got the Wheel Turns, I got Bewitching Glare, I got Flaming Swords, Pyroclastic Flow, Enveloping Embers, Immolation. For my opponent, Karen, here she is. We have, on the left, she has a Taurosaur. On the second to left, she has another Taurosaur. In the middle, she has a giant block of 5 Caimans and a Caiman Ancient. Over here, she has a Salamander, a Spearback, a what is it called? Not a Raptor Rider, but it's the Generals, the Firstborn, or whatever it's called. He has a pretty much a spear that'll just decimate my general, to be honest. She has her BSB on another Taurosaur, so that's 3 Taurosaurs. 3! That's freaking a lot of impact hits. Holy shit. Then she has a giant block of Saurian warriors, another Spearback, and a unit of Skinks. It was a blind deployment, so we were not able to see where we deployed. So basically, knowing that, I just kind of deployed kind of standard. It's classic battle line. It's hold the center. Let's get going. It's a roll off for turn 1, and turn 1, it's going to go into Karen's hands. Turn 1, I'm going to go ahead and Vanguard. I move my dogs up to the right side, and yep, turn 1, Saurian Ancient. Saurian Ancient's turn 1. As you can see, this is how she lined up. She lined up as close to her board edge as physically possible, because she has 3 bolt throwers on all the Taurosaurs, and she's going to use them with the spearbacks, with the salamanders, and she has no wizard. That's very interesting. Anyways, she doesn't move, and for the record, Karen got my #1 vote for best sportsman, because Karen the whole time was just making me crack up. She is extremely funny. She was just like, she sat there and she was like, alright, turn 1. I don't want to move. I just want to shoot your little man. And I was like, what? So she doesn't move. She goes right into shooting because there's no magic. Shooting, she shoots the freaking BSB into freaking Zod. She shoots the other 2 Taurosaurs into Zod. She gets a bunch of hits. I mean, she's accurate as hell. She needs to hit on like 3s, 4s, and 5s or whatever it is. And she's like hit, hit, hit. But when she goes to wound, she cannot wound that T5 for the life of her. And I'm just like, whoo. And yeah, that's about it. All Taurosaurs shoot. She kind of left her stuff out of range, and yeah. That's gonna start off my turn. Orcs and Goblins turn 1. Orcs and Goblins turn 1. I'm dead serious. That's exactly what happened. Orcs and Goblins turn 1. So I move up the Space Rock to the right side, figuring I could charge out of the hill, or from behind the building into something. My main goal here is to stay away from his spearbacks and salamanders as much as possible with my big hordes, but I'm just going to hold the center like I'm supposed to. Move the K-Pack. I had the K-Pack hiding because I didn't know where her bolt throwers were going to be at. So I had moved the K-Pack on the left side, and then you can't see it in this picture, but the A-Rock is on the left side of the house. Magic Phase got 5 power dice. Go ahead and I do a Twisted Effigy onto his spearback to make one of the spearbacks just obsolete. She's not going to be able to use it. I tried to do a bunch of ruby rings and fireballs into them as well, but she kept stopping those because she just wanted those spearbacks to live. She's like, oh, you're trying to kill my shooty guys. That's not good. And so that's basically what happened. It's going to go into turn 2. Turn 2, Lizardman. Turn 2, she barely moves up the Skinks on the right. She moves up the Salamander that can shoot and the Spearback that can shoot, and she just keeps the Taurosaurs back still to continue shooting at me. So shooting, she ends up shooting the Spearback over here into the frickin' Space Rock, gets 2 wounds in, and that is it. And it's going to go ahead and start off my turn. Orcs and Goblins turn 2. Orcs and Goblins turn 2. I'm going to go ahead and charge! I charge the frickin' Space Rock into her Skinks. She fails a 3d6 leadership test and panics off the table. She's near the BSB, re-rolls it, but she still panics off the table and runs away. And the Space Rock got first blood. So the Space Rock tries to redirect, cannot redirect, and fails just to stumble forward. And yeah, that's how the table looks. I don't charge anybody else up. I move this A-Rock to the flank, basically to start forcing her hand to deal with the A-Rock or continue shooting Zod. I also move Zod behind Crom, so she can't shoot me, or if she does shoot me, it's going to be like a -2 to the being shot. We decided it was going to be a -1, but I looked into it afterwards. It should be -2. And basically my whole goal right now is to kill this Salamander and kill the Spearbacks because they're annoying. I'm going to just shoot them with bow shots, pyromancy, and all that jazz. And again, just holding onto the objective. My Savages crept up just to deal with the Saurian warriors. If they decide to come on in, they're going to be mincemeat to Savages. And I'm just kind of keeping range of his Taurosaur BSB at the moment. So yeah, that's how it looks. Magic Fade's got 6 power dice. Go ahead and I do a Pyroclastic Flow stops. Do a Ruby Ring, she stops it. Go ahead and I do Flaming Sword, and I fail it. Motherfucker. Alright, shooting phase. I'm going to shoot all these bow shots into the Salamander. I only get 2 fucking wounds. Jesus Christ. It lives. Alright, it's going to start off her turn. Saurian Ancient's turn 3. Saurian Ancient's turn 3. She charges a downhill charge into the Space Rock. Now, granted, I wanted you guys to know I was totally okay with this. Totally okay with it. She's going to charge in. She's going to have a charge, 3 ranks, downhill, banner, and all that jazz. But the Space Rock is stubborn. And Zod is exactly 12 inches away. So she gets in. Boom! Right there. Oh, that's going to hurt. And basically all her stuff starts to shuffle over a bit. And as you can see, She turned her Taurosaurs to face the A-Rock. Now that's awesome for me, bad for her, because now she's not going to be able to shoot Zod as much, which allows me some freedom on Zod. But what's interesting now is she has both both the Spearbacks and the Salamander able to shoot the Savages, which could really hurt. The one unit on here that I actually haven't talked too much about is actually the unit of Croxigors, or the Cayman Ancients, or whatever they're called, the Caymans. They scare the shit out of me because they have a lot of wounds, they have good armor, they have high toughness, they have high strength, and with the Ancient in the unit, as I understand, that their weapon skill is actually pretty high, higher than most of my stuff in my army. So they could actually put a pretty big dent in me, and especially if she kills my Savages right now in her shooting phase, this could be really deadly. So that's something that I'm really worried about. But what I'm really looking at is just hoping that the Space Rock sticks, holds a stubborn 10, and then I got a flank charge with the Savages, and hope, if she doesn't kill as many Savages as I think she's about to. Anyways, shooting phase, Salamander going to go ahead and start off the shooting phase. Shoots in and only kills one Savage. Oh my god, I got really fucking lucky. She just basically, it was a shit roll for her. And then the Spearbacks go ahead and start shooting. They only kill off 2 more. I really lucked out. Holy crap. Over here, the Taurosaurs are going to start shooting at the A-Rock. They end up putting a wound on through the A-Rock. And then in close combat, here it goes. Boom! Oh my god. So she does 2 more wounds onto the Space Rock. Space Rock goes back and just rips apart the back ranks. She actually, I think, still wins combat. She has, let's see, a charge, downhill, 3 ranks, banner, and 2 wounds. So she has 8. I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I did 8 wounds. Charge, downhill, 3 ranks, banner, 2 wounds. Yeah, 8 to 8. It's a push. Didn't even have to worry about the stubborn. That is awesome, Space Rock. It's going to go ahead and start off. Turn 3. Orcs and Goblins. Orcs and Goblins, turn 3. Oh my god, here, guys. Guys, it's coming. It's coming on 3, 2, 1. Whoa! I'm going to walk out. Alright, going to go ahead and do obvious charges. I'm going to charge the Savages in, the Kramen. Now, most people are wondering, like, why Wog when they're auto wins? The truth is, because I'm going to break that unit, but the Flea, I get to pursue with 3d6. You know, so I get to pursue with Swift Stride. So that's going to matter. Not only that, but I just figured there wasn't really any other time to really use it. So we got the A-Rock charge to get to the left. Now, this is something I should have thought a little bit more about. But I charged the A-Rock into the Stegodon closest to her. My main goal was, if I could kill it, I could overrun out of line of sight of the other Stegodon, and then get maybe just into the fight with the Caymans, or get out of line of sight of the Caymans. But everybody gets in. Boom, 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 boom! Alright, so now I move out the K-Pack. K-Pack's ready to start doing something. It looks like, oh, I charged Crom into the Salamander first, because if she actually let that one go through, I was going to overrun into the Caymans with Crom, and that would be a little bit more of a bigger issue for her. So she ends up fleeing anyway. She was about to lose that Salamander, which is fine. And basically Crom just redirected into the Saurian warriors. Alright, magic phase, got 8 power dice. Go ahead and I do a flaming sword bubble. I actually put my K-Pack close to these guys here so I could just start shooting everything with flaming swords. So here we go. All this shooting, the K-Pack, the goblins, the bushwhackers, everybody's going to start shooting. And I actually just start shooting the Caymans, because the Caymans are outside of the forest. The freaking Stegs are both in the forest. So I end up doing like 4 wounds, and she armor saves every single one of them. It's a waste of a flaming sword, I swear to God. Alright, over here, close combat. Oh my god, where do I begin? Impact hits, kills a bunch of guys. Freaking Savages go, A-Rock goes. Savages are taking devastating charge. The Space Rock's taking +1 to wound. And I just shred, and I mean I shred the fucking unit. I didn't even get a chance to thunderstomp with Crom, because nobody was touching Crom by the time that unit was getting done. From devastating charge from the Savages is like a ridiculous amount of attacks, and I mean I just ripped up the side. She actually had, I think, 3 guys left, which is the Chant Musician and the Standard Bearer. She flees. I chase with the savages, not the spider, because the spider has another job, and she gets away. All right, I think she ran like an 11. I ran like a 8 or a 9 or something like that. She gets away, but she runs through the building. She ends up losing the musician through the building, and my savages are facing the wrong way. I leave Crom there just in case she decides to charge with the Stegodon into my flank. Crom could probably take that charge. Over here, guys, I think you hear it. It's the Shy ambulance. It might be a Shy police officer, though. No, it's an ambulance. Come on, hurry up and pass us already. Alright. So, over here, the A-Rock's into this fight with this Taurosaur over here. She ends up doing 2 wounds onto the Taurosaur. The Taurosaur ends up doing 1 wound back. She sticks because she's stubborn, and I'm just like, shit, I didn't know they were stubborn. So I decided to just face my music and go this way to negate her from having a flank charge. And it's going to start off turn 4. Saurian Ancients turn 4. So she charges in, obviously, the other Taurosaur, which is an auto-in. Those 2 guys rally back there, and I think that's about it. Everybody else is just kind of looking at the way they are. And if you guys are wondering what that basket is, she keeps rolling her dice in that basket. That's why it keeps popping up. Alright, close combat over here. I think she tried to shoot Zod, but nothing happened. Close combat over here. She ends up racking up, oh my god, freaking like 4 wounds onto the A-Rock. I start picking wounds onto the one that's already wounded. I figured if I'm going to kill one, I'm going to kill that one, right? So this is kind of like hindsight 2020. Thinking back about it, I probably should have picked on the new one because the new one is closer to the K-Pack. You'll see it in a minute. Anyways, I lose combat. I'm stubborn 6. I fail the stubborn roll. I run this way. I run an inch away from the board edge. She chases, but she doesn't catch. And it's going to start off my turn. Orcs and Goblins turn 4. Orcs and Goblins turn 4. As you can see, the K-Pack's going in. Boom! Right into the flank. And they get in. Of course they get in. The A-Rock actually rallies. Holy shit. On a 5. Wow. Basically that's it. Like I said, I'm still holding the center objective. The Savages reform. The Space Rock actually goes around the building to chase those last 2 guys. She actually disappeared for a second to go, like, whatever, get something. And I was looking at the score sheets, and I was like, those 2 guys, if they rally, are worth 400 points. I really need to kill those guys. So I'm going to go ahead and just keep on having the Space Rock harass them and catch them eventually. And Zod! Zod charged into the BSB. He's like, I ain't fucking scared of no BSB. I'm going to fuck him up. And I believe I actually shot like some attribute to get rid of the Lucky Shield off of... Oh, no. Lucky Shield's impact hit. Anyways, I charged... I think I just moved Crom up there. I don't know why I moved Crom up there. But I moved Crom up there just basically... Crom will have a future roll coming up soon. And I left the gut open for the Savages. But that way I still have the objective. I'm still going to hold on to it. Magic Phase got 5 power dice. Go ahead and I give these guys the wheel turn so I can wound those fucking stags on a 4-up. Not only that, but all my stuff's hitting on 4s, wounding on 4s. She realized what I did. She was like, oh my god. Now, I rolled on 5 dice. I rolled... Let's see, 9, 10, 16, 17, 18, 19. I rolled a 19. She has 4 dice to stop at a 19. She fucking rolls like a 20. I'm like, what? Are you fucking kidding me? So I lose the spell. I thought that was awesome. Anyways, shooting phase. These guys are going to go and shoot into the salamander that rallied. Kill the salamander, hoping for some panic checks. Don't get any. And then... Over here, shooting. I'm going to start shooting into the spearback. It's 2 wounds onto the spearback. Over here, close combat. Boom! 3 wounds from impact. Only 3 wounds from impact. In return, I think he actually kills. She kills one of my K-Pack, and it is a push. I have a charge flank, 3 wounds. She does like 5 wounds back. We don't go anywhere. Over here, close combat. Zod! Zod does 2 wounds onto the BSB, but that is it. I whiffed. I mean, I got impact hits, did like 1 wound, and my great weapon did the other wound. And it's going to start off her turn. And something I did not see here until after the fact, because I was thinking like, okay, I'll be fine. Her general can't get me, but the general totally can. So I ended up having to challenge here. I challenged her BSB because she has to accept, basically. and that way her general can't attack Zod, but it's still going to hurt me because it's going to start off turn 5. Saurian Ancient. Saurian Ancient's turn 5. She's going to take a flank charge onto Zod, which you could totally see the tip of Zod. I try to get out of line of sight and everything, but just not possible. What is Crom fighting? Crom's fighting something. Or I just think his card's there. She's going to charge it to the A-Rock again, and she ends up, here it is. Charge it to the A-Rock, charge the Caimans into the freaking K-Pack, and then her general is going to charge the flank of Zod. And nothing I can do about it. She gets in with all of them. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, why do I have Smash Them Flat up? I don't understand why Smash Them Flat's up. Anyway, shooting phase, she's going to go ahead and shoot at the Space Rock. Doesn't do anything. Over here, close combat. She racks up a total of, I think I had 5 wounds. She ends up racking up 2 more wounds from impact hits. The A-Rock goes at initiative 4 and kills the fucking Taurosaur. Holy shit. But, in return, the other Cayman Taurosaur ends up killing my K-Pack. And that's how the table looks over there on that side. Holy shit. Over here, close combat, I end up doing 1 more wound out to the Stegodon, but the BSB. But she has a charge, a flank, and a BSB. So I lose combat by 2. I'm leadership 10, which means I need a leadership 8 roll. I fucking fail it. Of course I fucking fail it. You know why? Because it's like I doomed myself by bringing a fucking leadership 10 item. Plus 1 leadership, I'll fail every leadership roll, and watch me do it in numerous games. I'm just telling you right now. Anyway, so my general runs away from the Stegodon, which is gonna push me towards where that X is right there, because the Stegodon has a monstrous rank. All right, so I run this way. She chases, but she doesn't chase far at all. And as you can see, she chases like so. She gets to the ass of the Space Rock and gets close to hitting Crom. And it's going to go ahead and start off my turn. Orcs and Goblins, turn 5. Orcs and Goblins, turn 5. Bazooka and the Horde charging in. The Savages are charging in. Freaking Crom is charging in. Fucking Space Rock is charging in. Everybody's charging in. Everybody's going in for the fucking kills right now. She flees from the Space Rock, but the Space Rock ends up catching those 2 guys. The BSB and the Savages all get into the general, and I believe I charged the A-Rock into her other Stegodon. I'm not entirely sure if I did or didn't. I don't know why I did, if I did it, but I don't remember. And Crom did get into the flank of the BSB. Magic phase, got 6 power dice. Go ahead and I give stupidity up onto these guys because I'm just hoping that they fail their stupidity roll. It's a Hail Mary, hoping she fails her stupidity roll to get into my A-Rock, and the A-Rock might live. Over here, impact hits. Boom! 2 wounds. She goes back and she ends up doing 1 wound out to Crom, and I'm just like, you know what? Crom's going for a crush attack. Crom goes for the crush attack, and BAK! Fucking nails it and kills the fucking BSB. Holy shit, Crom. Holy shit. Crom, why did I send Zod in? I should just send your ass in to kill fucking BSBs. Holy shit. Over here, close combat. I challenge out with the Shady Git. Shady Git comes out, 1 fucking wound onto the General. General, of course, kills the Shady Git. She goes, I'm really confused on why you charged in all these guys but only challenged out with 1 guy. I go, very simple. Combat res. So I have a charge, a flank, a big flank, banner, BSB, war banner, 3 ranks, another banner from the Savages, and a wound from the Shady Git. That's 11 combat res to her 4. Okay? So she's down by 7. She's only like leadership 8. So she's going to run, auto run. I chase with everything. She actually gets away. She goes through the building, takes a DT through the building, and lives. And as you can see, I took the objective here. This is like turn 5, but we're like running out of time. So we end up having to call. Well, I just don't think it mattered at this point because turn 6 is not going to matter too much. She ends up just turning the guys around this way. I turn my guys around this way. I give myself wide as possible. She actually rallies her general, and then I think nothing else really happens. I mean, there was like a magic phase that did nothing. I can't kill the Stegodon or the Caimans. She can't touch me because she's too far, and it's the end of the game. Guys, that is it. Holy shit, that was a fun game. Karen was like ridiculously fun opponent. Probably one of the top 3 funnest opponents I've ever played. It's actually, the score is a 19-1 for the Orcs and Goblins. I got the objective, didn't get a 20-0. If I would have got the general, that actually would have changed it to a 20-0, but me losing the A-Rock and the K-Pack gave her some points and got her that 1. Guys, holy shit. What was I going to say? It was a line that I used throughout the whole weekend was, I'm going to shoot your little guy, because she kept on trying to shoot Zod over and over and over again. And like I said, she hit Zod probably out of like 7 or 8 times she tried to shoot him, probably 7 or 8 times. But when she went to go wound, she just didn't. I think she got 1 wound off, and that was the only one I ward saved. So that's just crazy. She actually, spoiler alert for Game 5, she actually won Best Painted Army. So she beat me on Best Paint, which is awesome. So anyways, guys, that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it. I'm going to go give you guys a recap on what my army did and who's the MVP. So the MVP was actually an unlikely MVP, but that is actually Crom. Crom got 1,162 points on this game. Helped kill the Saurian warriors and also killed that BSB where Zod didn't. Next up would be actually the Space Rock. Space Rock ate the unit. Killed the unit of Skinks, killed the unit of Saurian warriors, and then the Foot Clan also helped as well. So I got a lot of points between Crom, Space Rock, and the Foot Clan. Next up would be Bazooka at 550, Bazooka in the Horde. Zod took only 348 from the BSB. A-Rock only took 470 off of 1 Stegodon. And the K-Pack took 235 off the other Stegodon. Bushwhackers only got 80 points. And Baxter, the Pyromaniac, never got a chance to burn a goddamn thing. That being said, guys, my next 4 games, I'm playing 4 players who are all competing for the top #1 spot. With a 19-1 win, I am jumping up to the top table like immediately. Like, I'm not #1 table, I'm on the #2 table, but I'm playing against Len Zukowski from Team USA, who's also from Chicago and a good friend of mine, but he's playing a list that is designed to kick my list ass. So guys, that's going to be a hell of a game. And then to top it off, the 3 opponents right after that, I'm playing #1 and #2 guys all around. So this is going to be a hell of a tournament. Can't wait to get you guys those games so you guys can see what I had to deal with for the next 4 games. I am glad that I got a game against Karen in the beginning. It kind of let me shake off some cobwebs that I've been having. I've been, I haven't played since Michigan GT, so this has been probably like a month, or just around a month after Michigan GT, so I haven't really played. I played 1 game. I had a lot of cobwebs, a lot of sloppiness in me, but that 1 game with Karen allowed me to just shake it off, get focused, and I'm going to be into this game, the next 4 games. And it's really funny because at the second game, my cousin comes and interrupts mid-game, and I'm just like, you're messing up my mojo. Stop. Actually, it wasn't game 2, it was game 3. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it. If you guys enjoy the content that I provide, you can always hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons accordingly. Also, guys, if you guys would like to further show support, you can also get yourself a pair of Koopa dice through my Patreon. Not only will you get the Koopa dice, but there's also some magic cards coming out very soon in the near future, pyromancy cards that I'm working on, as well as other cards as I make them. So you guys can sign up to my Patreon. If you guys would help, like to show support, getting me to Croatia next year for ETC, you can also donate anything to my Patreon as well. And any donation would be hugely appreciated. It would also help me get a new camera. So guys, the way I explain it is very simple. If you're the type of guy who gets entertained by like a bum playing an instrument on the street, and you decide, hey, he entertained me for a minute, here's a couple, here's some change. I am your bum. Give me your change. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoy this, and till next time, take care and peace. And thanks again, Karen. And I will always forever think about the time you shot my little man. Alright, guys, peace.